Hello students, welcome you all on our online lecture series on element of machine design subject. So, the code of our subject is 22564 and in this lecture we are going to discuss the syllabus and teaching and examination scheme. Now we will move towards the first point, that is teaching and examination scheme, which is provided by MSBT. And in teaching scheme we have two types. First one is a theory, which is for 100 marks, and second is a practical for 50 marks. The theory category is divided into two types. First one is end sem examination, which is for 70 marks, and progressive assessment, which is for 30 marks. In end sem examination we have a theory paper and this exam is conducted by MSBT. The progressive assessment, that is 30 marks, is again divided into two types, in which the first 10 marks are for your micro project and the remaining 20 marks for average of 2 class tests. Then the practical 50 marks is again divided in same format, that is end sem examination and progressive assessment. The first end sem examination for practical is for 25 marks and progressive assessment is for 25 marks. In progressive assessment we have the manual and assignments, and based on that we have to distribute the 25 marks. The next point is MSBT paper marking scheme. Here we have the different units. The 70 marks end sem examination is divided in this 6 unit, and we have the marking scheme of every unit. Now we will see the first unit is fundamental of machine design. In this unit we have different properties of material, stress, strain and different types of stress, their formulas and definition also. Then we have the fundamentals of machine design and the procedure of machine designing, what is meant by machine, and all the theory parts of machine designing. This subject or this unit is for 14 marks. Near about, by considering extra question, this unit is up to 20 to 25 marks also. Then we have the next unit, that is design of joint, lever and offset links. In this unit we have to design different types of links, levers and offset links. This unit number 2 is for 12 marks. This is purely analytical unit. We have different formulas to solve all these parameters. Then we have the third unit, which is important one, that is the design of shaft, key and coupling. This unit is also for 14 marks. Then the unit number 4 is design of power screw and fasteners. Students, the power screw and fasteners are important in every sector. When you are going to make the micro project or your final year project, that time also you have to consider the power screw and the fasteners. And for designing that parts, you have to know what is the designing procedure for power screw and fasteners. So this chapter is also the basic of power screw and fasteners, which is for 12 marks. Then we have the second last chapter, that is design of spring. This chapter is for 10 marks. In this unit we have different types of spring and design of spring. Then the next unit is selection of anti-friction bearing and gears. This chapter is for 8 marks. Now the next point is competency. The aim of this course is to help the student to attain the following industry identified competency through the various teaching and learning experience. Now the important point is that why we have this subject in this semester and what are the course outcome of this subject. we have the first course outcome is you are going to select suitable material for designing the machine element. When you are designing any machine or machine element, that time the main point is selection of material. When you know all the material and their properties, based on that properties you can select a suitable material for your machine or your project also. So this point is important one, and from this subject you are going to able to select different types of material. Second course outcome is select joint and lever of various application. As we have discussed in basics of the joint second chapter, in that chapter we have to design some joint lever which is important for the every application, because every application is having some motion, and to do that motion we have different joints and the levers. To make these items or these joints and lever, we have to design that joints, and based on that this is our second course outcome, that is design of joints and lever for different applications. Then we have the third course outcome as a design the power transmission element like shaft key and coupling. Next course outcome is recommended the power screw and suitable fastener for different application. This is important for your project also. When you are going to making of your project, that time you have to consider some power screw and different types of fastener in your project. There are different power screw available in market or for that operation also, but based on that your situation or your application you have to recommend some power screws and suitable fasteners. So by this subject you can able to recommend the different types of power screw. The next course outcome is choose the spring and various for the various application, and last course outcome is select the standard component and their specification from manufacturer's catalog. When you know the specification of any catalog or how to read that catalog, after that you can able to select some specification or some component specification from that manufacturer's catalog. Otherwise it is not possible to select the different properties of material which having in manufacturer's catalog. And this is important course outcome here, that you can able to select the different specification from the manufacturer's catalog. And then last point is micro project. In this subject you are going to prepare a micro project but individually. Up to fourth semester, that is last semester, we have a group of students, maximum 3 students, and all the students are making a project which we called as micro project. But from this semester, that is 5th semester and 6th semester, you have to make your micro project individually, and which is for 10 marks. Now we will move toward our first unit, that is fundamental of machine design. Here we have different topics. First point is machine design, second is phases of machine design, then we have different types of stress, strain and simple numerical based on stress strain. We have also a stress strain curve in this point. After that we have the point that factor of safety and different properties of material. In different properties of material we have near about 11 to 12 properties. Next point is concept of creep and maximum shear stress theory, and the last point of this unit is modern design consideration. All these parts we are going to discuss in unit number 1. And now we will move toward our first point, that is machine design. One question arises here, what is mean by machine design or defined machine design? When we consider the whole term, that is a machine design, it is a complicated one because we have to take a consideration that machine and its design also. But here now we are going to divide machine design into two parts. First one is a design, and after that, based on that machine, we are going to design. Okay, and when we have both the definition, both the term, then we can add together as a machine design. It is a simple way to understand the definition of machine design. Now we will move toward our first point, that is first part is machine. Here you can see that one object is rotating. This you can see in your daily life, and you know the application of this machine or this mechanism. Now what we are going to do, that this machine is going to divide into different part, and so that we can able to identify that or to define that what is mean by machine. We know that the rotating object is a machine. When we turn on the light or the switch, that time the electrical energy pass through the wire connection and we get some rotation. That means some energy transformation is done inside the machine, and due to that some linkages are get in motion, and that motion is converted into the desired work. And this whole concept which are going to divide in different segments. Now for that purpose we have the design or details of that machine part, and in which first point is blade. We have the 3 blades for our machine, and all these blades are going to assemble here with the help of nut and bolt arrangement. Here in the rotor arrangement we have the different electrical winding, bearing and spring connection inside it, and you have to consider that all these points are known as linkages. When we separate together or when we separate it, that time it form or it called as a linkages, and after connecting 2 or more linkages together we have a term that is chain, and after the chain we have the mechanism word. Okay, this is a stepwise procedure for machine. We have first of all linkages. When we connect 2 linkages together we have the chain. When we add 2 or more number of chain together we have a mechanism, and when we give the motion to that mechanism, that time we get some work from that machine or from that element, and all these parameters are called as a machine. Now we will see the statement of machine design, what actually they have written, and we are going to try to compare with our example also what we have studied here. The machine, it is a combination of linkages having definite motion and capable of performing useful work. Here when we add number of linkages, which linkages? Blade, rotor, electric winding, bearing and all the internal component of fan. Machine, it is a combination of linkages. All these are linkages and we combine it together having motion, and for which purpose? For performing useful work. When all these linkages are in motion, that time we can have some useful work. When any element is going to in this process, that time we called it as a machine. Okay, or we can also define the machine, it is any object that reduces our effort or human effort. this is also a machine, but here we have to add one point here also. At that time it should be linkages or a combination of different linkages. Now after completion of machine first stage, we will going to understand the concept of design. What is mean by design? Now we have taken a look of machine, example of machine as a fan, and in this stage when we are trying to manufacture the machine by using some linkages, before of that we have to plan for this machine, and the stage of planning is known as design. Here is the statement of design. It is creation of plan for the machine to perform desired function. It means we have to plan in which different segments are there, and based on this planning we make some instrument or some mechanism or some motion apparatus which is performing desired function for us. Okay, and in that planning we have different stages. The first design stage, the formalizing an idea or concept. When we have to design a machine, that time we have to consider to finalize our idea or the concept. That means why it has to be designed, the concept formalization. Then second point is created information. After formalizing the idea or concept, we have to create some information regarding that machine. Second is process, then aesthetic appearance. This is the most important parameter and which we are going to discuss in more detail at the end of semester. This is at the end of our lecture. This is most important point. After that we have the next design parameter is the function, and based on all these parameters, that is planning parameters and design parameters, we can say that machine and machine design term. Here we have the term machine design. It is the process of selection of material, shape, size and arrangement of mechanical element so that the resultant machine will perform prescribed work. Here the two categories are there in machine design. First one is selection of material, shape, size and arrangement of mechanical element. What we have already discussed in machine, that the combination of linkages, motion and work. With that we have again add one point here, that is the selection of material, shape and size. When we add all these parameters for performing a desirable task or some desired task, that time this is known as a machine design. We will again take a look and you have to compare with our example. It is the process of selecting the material, shape and size. When we design the fan or a machine, that time we have to design shape, size and material of our machine, and also in which we have the arrangement of mechanical elements, so that the resultant machine, after combination of all these things, the resultant machine will perform desirable task. After completion of machine design concept, we have the next point is philosophy of design. Here we have the different categories, different stages. Three main stages are there in philosophy. First one is a set of consistent principle. Some principle we have to define while designing any element or any machine and their logical derivation. When we identify or define a principle. With that principle we have some derivation also, and we have to consider the logical derivation for machine design. Second is an operational discipline which result in action, and the last one is a critical feedback instrument which measure the advantages, reveals the shortcoming and illuminate the direction of improvement. Now by using block diagram we are going to discuss the philosophy of design. First point is general principle and input of design. Here we have to consider some principle which are important for machine designing purpose, and we have to consider the derivation of that principle as a input for machine designing. After that we have discipline of design part, and we have to evaluate after discipline of designing. If all the parts are going to okay, then we have a particular design part. If we have some problem in evaluation stage, then for that purpose we have a closed loop system here, and here is a critical feedback loop. The problem identification in evaluation stage, which is again evaluate and discipline through a discipline of design stage, and after that up to a particular design stage. That means the first stage is design principle and input of design. Then after we have the discipline of design, then evaluation stage. If any problem is there, then we have the critical feedback loop, and again it is going through the process, and at last we have a particular design stage. Now there are general design principles for this philosophy of machine design. First one is a need, physical reliability, economic, design criteria, design process, reduction in uncertainty, feature design and decision, communication. All these are general design principle, and we are going to discuss in next lecture what is the phases of design and general design procedure. Okay, this point is we are going to discuss in next lecture. If you have any questions, then you can ask in video lecture. In next lecture we have to study two main points. First one is phases of machine designing, and second one is a general design procedure. Thank you.